everybody. I am doing a walkthrough for your student loans assignment. So first thing, you need to make sure you have your career assignment done before you can do this. So if you haven't finished that, do that. And then this first part is the career information from your career assignment, also with number 1. So I'm just filled in some random stuff for my career assignment. But I put my career choice. I just go to my career assignment. I put electrician. I'm just going to copy and paste that in. Post-secondary school attending. That's where I filled in this as a random place I know that actually has this. Okay, and then number of years in post-secondary. This is where you'd have this information. I'm going to go with the recommended associate's degree and put 2. Okay, and then this is also where for number 1 I need my career assignment also. So I'm going to, what do you call it? I'm going to scroll down to here, and then basically this grand total number is what I'm going to copy over. So this gets copied right there. And then number 2 is how much, if any, your family can help you or is willing to. So if your family can't do anything, or they're just like, nope, sorry, this is your thing, you put a 0 there, and you can just move on. Okay, if you know your family can help you, and maybe they can afford to pay like $2,000 each year, then you could put like $4,000 here. Okay, I'm going to leave it blank and just put a 0. Scholarships you can also do only if you've already gotten them or you know you totally qualify for them. Otherwise, leave that 0 too. I'm just going to put that 0, and then I'm just going to carry this down. Okay, so and then we're kind of like, that's the cost of education. We'll come back to that. And then the next is your income during college. So you're just going to choose one of the following options, or if you're making a different amount, that's fine. I'm just going to choose like $10 an hour. So pick from one of these, or if you're making more, you can put that. And then you're going to choose the number of hours you'd work in a week while you're in school. So you kind of have to figure out, like, what do you think you can handle? What can you handle if you're in certain, like, really difficult programs? And you kind of go from there. For this one, and you could do in between these two. So I'm going to do 20. Say, okay, 20 is reasonable for me. Okay, and then number 6 is you're going to take number 4. So I have 10. So I'm going to take my 10, and then I'm going to multiply it by what I have for number 5, which is 20. And then I'm going to take that and multiply it by 40, because there's usually about 40 weeks in the school year. So I'm giving a rough kind of estimate. Okay, and then I get 8,000 on here. Okay, and then we're going to calculate. Normally, people work full time in the summer and they don't have summer like school. But if you're going to do summer school, you could adjust this. But you could take. Sometimes people get done early, or it is sometimes just a part of the program. So then this one I'm just going to put over is 40. You just transfer that over. That's what you're doing. If you're going to make it lower, that's okay. You can do that too. And then I just do the same thing now. And I'm just going to take my answer to number 4 is that $10 an hour multiplied by 40, because I'm doing 40 hours a week, and then multiplied by 12, because there's only about 12 weeks in the summer. And that puts me here. Okay? And then on here is your gross annual income. It's question from number 6. You're going to add this 8,000 one, and then you add whatever you have for number 8. Okay, so I have 8,000 plus 800. Okay, and then I get 12,800. Okay, and that's my income. So that'd be for one full year. My gross income, not what I'm actually going to see. Then I'm going to take that and multiply it by 0.3. You can see the directions are in here. And then I get 3,840. And then I'm just going to take and subtract these, okay, to get my net income. So I'm 12,800 minus 3,840. And then I get 8,960. Okay. And then this is saying my total for the entire post-secondary. So you're going to take whatever you have for number 11 and multiply it by however many years you're going to be in school. So in this scenario, I would be just 2 years. So it would be 17,000. Okay. And then amount used to reduce the loan, I want you to take this number and divide it by 6. And I get 2,986.67. Okay, I have you do this because a lot of this money you're going to use for other stuff. Like you're going to use it for incidentals, like entertainment stuff, extra expenses that come up. So, and when you're doing student loans, you got to pay it pretty soon. And a lot of times you haven't made as much income yet. So that's why, that piece. So then I'm going to take this number, I'm going to scroll all the way back up, and I'm going to subtract it from number 3 here. So I have my 38,000 minus 2,986 equals, I'm not going to put the exact amount. I'm estimating. You put the exact amount in this sense. Oops, I did something wrong. 38,000 minus. Okay, so that brings me to almost 35,000 even. So you put the exact amount in your math should make sense. I'm just going faster for you all because you're going to do your own numbers anyway. Okay, from here, so this means this is my total amount that I would have to get loans for. Notice on here, I'm having to have a lot higher loans because I'm choosing to like have room and board and not live at home. If you live at home, you'd save like $20,000 for within that 2-year time period. It's a lot of money. So I'm just going to keep that in mind. And then I'm going to go to this paycheck calculator. So keeping in mind my total loan amount is going to be $35,000. And then this is where I plug this in. Plug in my $35,000. And I hit calculate. You notice how it's a huge number. The $676.65. There's no way I'd be able to pay that each month. Especially starting out, but the reason it's like that is because the term in loan is 5 years. If you have like a small loan, like $5,000, that'll work great. You could do it in, I'd actually say maybe you do it in fewer if you're making enough money, right? That $5,000 I could pay back in 4 years. Okay, but as soon as I have a higher amount, I for sure need to change this. So I'm going to change this. Let's see what we get at 20. Okay, 20 years is $250. Okay, so this is much more affordable. You could put this in there. So it should be somewhere kind of closer to, yes, I could actually make this payment. Okay, some people are like, ooh, I'm still not making much in the beginning, and they want to spread it out. 30 years is $209, but look at this too. It's principal paid. The more I spread it out, this is the interest paid. If you add these together, that's what you're paying for your entire loan. So you do want to try to do it sooner. Notice 20 years, I'm adding about $50 to it, but notice I'm paying almost half in the interest paid. And it frees me up, and then after 20 years, I don't have to make any payments anymore. And this is a reasonable amount to pay, right? So I'm going to go with this. This is my correct amount. This is 20 years it's going to take to pay this off at $250 basically. So then I'd go down here, I'd do $250, $75, and then loan and term in years is the 20 that I had. Okay, and then you finish that and you're done. So that's just explaining the loans research. If you have questions, you can always email me. If you get stuck, let me know, and I'm happy to help you. Hope that answers your question. Have a great day.